The mud makes the man. At some point in his life, every man is going to experience a crisis, a tragedy, some kind of critical failure. And boys, when that moment comes for you, it is going to knock you on your ass. And when the dust settles and you come to, you're going to find yourself laying down in the mud. Literally, imagine a trench and an artillery round has impacted right on your fighting position and knocked you back into the mud, the sludge, the rats, the decay, the slippery, sticky mud. And every man's going to have a different response to the mud. Some men are going to try to pop back up and they're clawing at the walls of the trench, trying to get back to that original fighting position. They're fighting to get back to a state of normalcy and a presentation, or a pageant rather, that they're okay and everything's just business as usual. Other men, they're going to lay there. They're going to lay in that mud because they got the wind knocked out of them and they're not good to go yet. And there's pros and cons to both. Those men that pop back up and try to get back to business, oftentimes they claw at the edges of the trench so badly trying to get back to that original fighting position that wasn't a good fighting position in the first place. And that's why they got knocked in the mud. Not only that, they're so slippery that they can't get out of that hole. They're covered in the mud and they haven't addressed the mud yet. Other men get knocked back and they're like, hey, at least the mud is cozy. I don't have to do anything down here. And they get stuck there and they lay there. And now they lose the strength to even attempt to get back up. In so many cases, men, it's not your ability to pop back up out of that mud and claw at the edges of the trench until you get back to some semblance of normalcy. Sometimes you have to lay there and let people come sit beside you in the mud and comfort you and take some of your tasks onto them. But we also look to those people who comfort us in the mud to strengthen us so that we don't have to lay there and we don't have to stay there. We can get back up and we can find a new, better fighting position. In any case, men, the mud is necessary. You need the mud. The mud is teaching you. Not enough mud, you miss the lesson. Too much mud, you're useless. You're no good. You're not in the fight. We need you in the fight. Stay in the fight.